Hello everyone, and this is Stefan Bartoluk, the Clairaudient Indigo Martian of Sirius, back for another March 2019 forecast reading. I'm going to be doing the sign of Gemini for March of 2019 from the 24 karat gold deck of Nefertari. So Gemini, you've had a very dramatic February. Spirit told me that you were really at a point, a lot of you, where it just felt like you were ready to give up. You were very aggravated with a lot of people in your life. You were a lot like Aries, but intensified times 5. So that's what I'm getting. I'm just going to let the cards speak for us, and I'm going to see what wisdom they have to offer about this message that I had from Spirit coming from you on to you guys. And I'm going to spread it out for Gemini. Show us Gemini's forecast for March of 2019. Okay, 6 of Wands. That's your first card. Next card fell on the floor. You got Temperance. All right. You want someone in your life, but they're not ready. The card of the Hermit. The card of Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands. Alright, so March, you're going to be turning some things around for you. And then show us the final card. Oh, Relief, 10 of Swords. Okay, Gemini. So, I get here your first card. This is just the overall vibration of how you've been, how you feel. You feel like you've given way too much of yourself. You got here the 6 of Wands. She's just pouring out herself. She's pouring out her vase. She's watering all that she has left. And she's in a giving nature of mind. She's got a giving nature of mind. So I feel like you've been helping other people around you, and you've been kind of just frustrated with some backlash that you've had. I feel that a lot of you Geminis have had a lot of strange things happen. Maybe you might have gotten a negative review or something that was completely out of the blue and nothing related with you. So I'm feeling that you may feel attacked, harassed, or at a moment in time right now, you just felt like you've given way too much of yourself, Gemini. And this is where you're at. And I feel like you're vulnerable, or you feel vulnerable to other people in general right now. And you just feel that way as in terms of, you're very tense. You're kind of a little bit standoffish and a little bit tense right now with other energies that are around you, including people who think that they're going to come in and tell you this is what you need to do. This is how you're going to take it. No. You don't take that, Gemini. You could write a 1,000-page dictionary on how to control you. So I feel that you've got this situation regardless of what other people's opinions may come across. Perhaps you're dealing with a lover or someone that, you're trying to help out or come across to. Perhaps this is a Pisces. Perhaps I'm picking up on water, air and water. This is very wet, this is very rainy, this is very stormy. So a lot of you are dealing with water signs. And some of you are dealing with just friends in your life who may be fire signs, who may be coming with advice, who may be coming, I'm feeling Leo may be very melodramatic about you, maybe very melodramatic, saying maybe perhaps you need to seek further help or guidance, or you need to seek proper care for yourself. You're very keen, and you're very well known of what you need and what you don't. You're very well in control of your life. You don't really tolerate all of that coming at you at once. You've got a lot of stress on you. I feel for a lot of you who are single, you may have had someone that you were looking towards. Like I said, I'm picking up on a lot of water signs here. And you were hoping that they would come around, but they just weren't ready yet. They were just dealing with something karmic of their own that they were held on to, that they were bound by, that they were dealing with. And again with Pisces, especially those who are dealing with Pisces, what Pisces is also going through right now, which I'll explain in one of my next readings, they have a lot of uncertainty. They have a lot of regrets on quick actions that they've done for themselves. So while you may be dealing with some very anxious energies, some very energies that are revolving around, I wish they would respond, I wish they would reply, I need you in my life. They're dealing with, I wish I'd never done these things. I'm in no position whatsoever to really be worrying about others. I'm focusing on myself. When March retrograde comes in, it's going to teach you the lesson of karmically dealing with patience. Patience with others around you, patience with yourself, and you're going to be exhibiting that on other people who are coming at you, trying to give you an explanation, trying to give you action to take. You know, you're going to tell them, you know, just be more patient with me, hear my story out. I need someone to listen to me, is how you're going to be mid-March, how you're going to be early March, 5th of March. Mercury retrograde comes in, and a lot of people who are getting readings through the zodiac calendar that I'm doing right now are all going to be revolving around March 5th, going straight forward. And for you, Gemini, your karmic lesson is going to be with patience, patience for others around you. Just like Aries, you're taking the journey of working on self. You have here the Hermit. So I feel like you may have been, I don't know, let down by a lot of other people around you. A lot of critics. You've been victim of a lot of critics, perhaps a lot of false critics, perhaps critics that have been coming at you with different critical ideas, with different critical viewpoints that just don't resonate with you at all and have nothing to do with you. And it just feels like it's extra stress on top of what you're already dealing with. So you have the card of the Hermit, just not really wanting to socialize or do much with people, but you know that your responsibilities are at public. Many of you are servers, many of you are bartenders, are dealing with customer service. Many of you do your own private businesses as well. Many Geminis are entrepreneurs themselves. So you know you can't leave your responsibilities behind right now, Gemini. You gotta have more patience with yourself. You gotta have more patience with others around you during this time as well, because it's gonna become really hard for you. And with everybody in stress and turmoil with this new alignment coming with the Mercury retrograde on 5th of March, it's really gonna be the karmic test. You've done a lot of good things, Gemini. For those who are of service, who are of service to other people, you're represented energetically as the Knight of Swords. So you come forth as a messenger of light. You come forth as, you know, someone that's bringing good news to people. I feel that during this time around mid-March, you may be uplifting someone. You may be bringing good guidance. You know, using your own intuition is really what I'm seeing coming alive around this time, really strongly. So Mars is in Taurus, and later on, as we head later into the month, it's going to move into your own sign of Gemini. And it's going to resonate. Mars is about willpower. Mars is about wanting to get things done. Mars, and with it being in your home sign of Gemini, and aligning with you during this time period of this Mercury retrograde will definitely be a good boost to you. So it's not going to really affect you as long and as hard as the other signs are going to be experiencing this. But I am seeing a lot of frustration for you, Gemini. I am seeing you're frustrated with a certain someone that you wish to have in your life, or someone that you wish to be together with. As for couples, this next card that I have, or those who are in relationships who are Geminis, you got here the Knight of Wands. You know, I just feel like this is going to be a good time of you being able to voice yourself, you coming across as peaceful, as a negotiator, as a delegate. You know, here's that Knight card again when we're dealing with the Wands. Wands is fire elemental, sudden rapid change. The Knight triumphs over issues that are holding him back. And so it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl with this card. The Knight, it's universal, masculine, feminine energies. We're going to be dealing with, for Gemini, with this card. It's going to be coming across as a negotiator. Perhaps you're making compromises in a relationship. Perhaps you're making compromises to allow just peace and happiness, to allow, I feel like you're being listened to. Your concerns are being listened to around this time. It's like you haven't had a voice to be heard in a long time, and you've allowed kind of your own frustration and anger kind of just to hold you back from explaining to people and telling them your full story. People want to listen to you. I feel that Aries, like I said, Aries is going to be a really strong sign that's going to be around you mid-March. A good ear to listen to, a good ear to talk to. Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with this person or not, but this also goes for relationships. I'm just seeing this being a better time around mid-March for communication for you, and I'm feeling like delegation, negotiation going on, compromises, things like that. Sudden, quick actions. I feel like you may be using your choices, and you may be using your actions to make someone around you understand, or for them to take action upon you. I'm seeing equal give and take here around this time for relationships. And then for your final card, Gemini, after this rough month ahead for you, you've done a lot of good karmic things for people in the past. It's going to pay back. The Wheel of Karma comes back blessing you in your favor. You're supported and loved by the universe. Many people may have come after you, many haters, many different groups that may have weighed you down. But your circle sees what you've been through. Your circle sees your suffering that you've been through. They want to uplift you. They just want you to talk to them. They just want you to come. Don't hold back. When you're suffering and you have nowhere else to go, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to share. You don't need to bottle up everything inside. That's another thing that you're going to be karmically tested. You're going to be tested to do some releasing. The card of Ten of Swords is big on relief. Big on releasing, big on letting go, big on, finding peace of mind again. It's something that you haven't had in a while. Your mind has been racing. You've been thinking about a lot of other people. Just find like-minded people that want to listen to you, that would like to hear your story, that have compassion, that are the most understanding. Listen and talk to those people around this time. Not only will it help you find your own peace and solitude within, usually it helps mirror your situation with other people. When you stop worrying and you stop focusing on these people so much, the law of attraction really starts to help manifest what it is that you truly desire in your heart. So it's going to be a lot about working with the law of attraction, Gemini, for you. You're a lot like Aries this coming up time around of this month. This March Madness, you're not alone. Aries is kind of going through too, but Aries is in his own world right now. Be more like Aries. Perhaps reach out to Aries, or perhaps reach out to another fire sign as well. Sagittarius is a good one as well. Sagittarius is working on themselves physically, like Taurus. Taurus, Capricorn, and Sagittarius are all about right now working and getting and busting their asses physically. So maybe you need a gym class, or maybe it is you need to get some physical exertion out with your emotions right now. They need to be burned away right now. You got all this bottled up and built up energy inside of you. It just needs to be released. Don't be ashamed to cry. Don't be ashamed to let it out. Don't be ashamed to do those things, to whatever it is you need to release. There's someone out there for you, Gemini, that wants to hear your story. Don't play the game of the victim saying no one cares to hear about me, because that's not true. You're loved. That's my reading for you, Gemini, for the month ahead of March. For any Geminis out there, or anybody else of a sign with Gemini rising or Gemini moon who saw this and this really resonated with them, you may check out my link below. I can book services with you guys one-on-one or privately. And I'm the Clairaudient Indigo Martian of Sirius. Pleasure of mine to assist everyone today. And I'll be doing more readings for all the signs. I got 9 more videos to go. Namaste and blessings, everyone. Thank you so much.